Thank you, Andrea. I feel like I could stay there with you for quite some time. So thank you so much and a warm, warm welcome to all. I feel like that is the best way to begin anything. So thank you so much, Andrea. Warm welcome to all, to Women Together. Laura says, what a lovely way to enter a meeting. I completely agree. So as we enter in, we can just share. First of all, we can go on gallery view in the top right corner. If you're on Zoom, you can click on gallery and you can see everybody. And then you can type into the chat a just little welcome of where you're coming from. And we know that it'll take a couple minutes for everybody just to land here together. But just sharing where we're coming in from. We've got New York City, Naples, Florida, Highland Park, New Jersey, Boise, New York City, rainy Massachusetts. Yes, the Northeast is feeling this, what they're calling a nor'easter because of the Northeast winds. I've been reading up on the weather lately. But, you know, just we're dealing with the windy, rainy in the Northeast. We've got San Jose, California, Glencoe, Illinois, Gardner, Massachusetts, Kentucky, land of the Shawnee, the ancient Hopewell people, sunny, breezy West Palm Beach, Florida, beautiful, gorgeous fall colors in Philadelphia, Poughkeepsie, Brooklyn, beautiful. It's a lovely way to just land here in our own place and space and just to be together and know that as much as we are in our own places at the moment, that we're also here together in this circle. So as we land here in the circle, I'll just ring a singing bowl. I feel like this is nothing in comparison to what Andrea brings for us, but just a little sound to kind of let us land here as part of our regular tradition. Today is really about restoring balance. And I'm so glad that we have our special guest here with us who feels like, Andrea, it has just been such a joy to have you here every few months or so just to land us. I feel like I look forward to these sessions with you and the heartbrain that I get afterwards, which means it's hard to go into any other meeting, but it's wonderful to have you here and to just settle us and restore balance really for this community. So for those of you who may just be joining Women Together for the first time, it's an absolute joy to have you. We have been meeting together pretty much weekly to share with one another and to dive deep into topics that are important to us, but also to practice together and just to kind of land in our own practice and our own experience. And Darlene, welcome. It's wonderful to have you. She says that today I made me a priority, and that's exactly what we do here is just for a little moment, take on this self-care idea by actually practicing it and being in this space. So a warm welcome to all who may just be joining for the first time. For those of you who are returnees, it's wonderful to have you back. I know many of you have joined us in our circles session, which we're holding on Wednesdays. And we're finishing up that round of this series. It's our first circles session, so we've been learning and growing, and we will be developing out that program. But it's really just been a great way to connect with each other and to really be a support system for one another in a way that allows us to become more resilient, more patient, and able to kind of take on the disruption and transformation that's happening in the world. So really wonderful to be all together. And yeah, so just to land us here, we can perhaps get our feet on the ground and just feel into the body and the breath. I don't know about all of you, but I spend a lot of my time up in my head, and I don't get to kind of come back and land in the body. So for right now, we'll just use the breath on every inhale and exhale. to just deepen into an experience inside the body. So you can lower your gaze or close your eyes. Just feel into what it's like to be in this body today. Perhaps you wiggle your toes and just feel the connectedness of your feet to the floor. Maybe there's a part of the body that needs a little bit of breath, attention. You can just send the breath there to it now. And I'll ring the sound of the bell to bring us into this moment of stillness together, and I'll ring the sound to bring us back. That one sort of knocked me back in a little bit. So welcome back from your little moment. I feel that moment of stillness is just a way to kind of land us here in the space together. And for me, it's a reminder that we're all in our places. I feel like I get into my little place, my little routine. And for me, it's, I get my tea in the kitchen, I sit in the living room, I have these routines. And this moment of stillness just kind of breaks me out for a moment of kind of what I've been doing, whatever it's been, and just lets me land here. And oftentimes when I'm going from meeting to meeting to meeting, this little moment of stillness just invites me to also tune into what my intention is. What am I hoping to have happen in this moment of my life? And I was looking at Andrea's Instagram. I was connecting with your social media, Andrea, and I loved this one little piece that you shared about being fully in this moment and just being fully here and being here together, and that this is how we're choosing to spend our moments. So I just invite us into that. What is our intention here today? And you can type that into the chat box or into the comments on YouTube, and just sharing what brought you here to this moment today to restoring balance. And there are many things that might throw us off balance. So I invite you to consider, what is it that brings you here to this space today? I'll read a few out. I see connection, to be present together with everyone, focus on self-care, making myself the priority. Balance is shifting crazily with the change of going back to the office. Could use help coping with this. Connection, stay in the present, to breathe in and out, feel myself, like so many Tuesdays before this one. Thanks, Doreen, for being here. I've lost balance in thinking and also in yoga. It's all connected to my mind. I love that sharing, Leah, because it's I find that too in my yoga practice. I can see when I'm off balance. I can literally, I try and do a balancing pose and then all of a sudden I kind of fall off a little bit. So and that's just a clear indicator. The body knows, right? So yeah, beautiful. Oh, Kathleen, thank you. Slowing down, learning from each other, connect with others, expand my perspective, the act of showing up. Francis, what is balance? It's always changing. Absolutely. To connect with like-minded people, enjoy this moment together. Balance and grounding is always so beneficial. Wonderful. So just checking if there are any on YouTube. A pause in the busyness. I'm off balance with the changing of seasons and the upcoming holidays. I need to refocus. Thank you. So with that, I'd like to hand it over to Andrea, who will lead us into a practice with sound healing and sound meditation. And Andrea, I just thank you so much for coming and joining us and just bringing all of your expertise and training and background really in the healing arts and in your space of mind body music in Austin, and sharing that with us here in all the different nooks and crannies of the world that we are holding. So thank you for being with us this time, but also in other past times. And I have to say that even just going on your social media, when I have a moment that's kind of, like just off kilter, all of a sudden I just land back in myself. So I thank you for that and for bringing your gifts here to this community.
Thank you, Antoinette. That's great to hear that my page can help do that. Because sometimes social media is, have this kind of like, struggle with, but I'm glad that it actually offers that medicine. That's what my goal is with music and with sound and with the harp, is to offer a medicine of healing through music. And today our topic is around restoring balance. And so there are many ways that music can help restore the balance in our bodies, because we are musical beings. And I don't mean like we can play instruments, and I mean our biology is musical. So if we think about these things, we have the same elements in music are in us. So we have rhythm, we have melody, we have frequencies, we have harmony. All of these elements are in our biology. Our breathing is rhythmic. Even just the breathing cycles and the rhythms of our breath can be connected to mood, can be connected to emotion. So when we find ourselves stressed or worried, sometimes the breath stops, so the rhythm stops. So the music is restoring rhythm in us. Healthy rhythms. The way that will be playing today is to restore healthy, relaxing rhythms in the breath and in the heart too, because there have been studies done showing that heart music and other types of relaxing music can increase heart rate variability. This is the rhythm in our heart, and this shows that we are able to handle stress better. So it's even helping the heart rhythms. It's helping the brain rhythms too. So this is so interesting. Our mind, someone had commented about struggling with the mind. So our mind is connected to our rhythms in the brain. So when we can shift those rhythms, we call them alpha and theta and delta, these different brainwave states. When we can shift into alpha and theta rhythms in the brain, then our nervous system relaxes and the mind relaxes too, because it's connected to thought process, thinking. So this can help to clear out some of that worry out of the mind that gets us stuck in cycles of thinking. So this is all around restoring healthy rhythms in the body. And so that's how music can bring and restore balance in us. It's restoring on all these levels in our physiology, but then also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. So I'd like to offer this meditation for you for restoring. Feel free to close your eyes for this experience. Feel free if you want to lay down, you can. I'll be playing for a bit, so you can lean against something. Make sure you have nice back support, and we'll get ready to begin here. So you can close your eyes, you can gaze at the floor, or however is comfortable for you. And we're going to start with really making the rhythms of our inhale and exhale very long. So breathing in through the nose, take a big breath in, long exhale out. In through the nose. You breathe in, feel like you're filling up the lungs all the way, and exhaling out, just releasing out. We'll do that a couple more times. Breathing in, filling up the torso and belly, exhaling out, releasing on the exhale. One more big inhale in, slowing down, extending that inhale cycle, and exhaling out. And now just finding that comfortable position where you are. Noticing the feet and toes, noticing the hands and fingers. As you breathe in, you can feel like you're breathing in with the whole body. And just allowing yourself to follow the sounds, follow the notes of the harp, the music. Allowing this moment to unfold. Gently beginning to take in a breath in, deep breath in, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Big breath in, breathing in and out. Can begin to bring gentle movements to your body. You can even roll the shoulders. You can stretch the neck, move the head a little bit. Whatever stretch feels good for the upper body. Stretching the arms up if you want to. Keeping that breath very deep and long, noticing how your rhythms have changed or shifted, noticing how that feels, being aware and connected to that so you can carry this through the day. And you can open your eyes as you're ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful practice. And I just want to stay in that
Yes.
breathing space forever.
Yes, it's so nice. I love sharing it. I love playing it too. So it helps me as well. So, yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I even feel the just the when you played, especially at the end, like encouraging us to breathe in and out, all of a sudden I just had chills in my body. I deeply felt this practice. So thank you
Yay.
for sharing it with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I think we'll turn to each other and we can just share ways that we are restoring balance in our lives with each other. And you can feel free to just stay in this space, sharing with each other from a place of, Darlene just mentioned the pause in a busy day, and just using this way of connecting with each other. As Andrea, shared her gift and her instrument and reminded us that our bodies are the instrument as well. So now that we're a little bit more tuned, maybe by this wonderful sound healing, that we come into this conversation with each other from that place of being tuned in and tuned into each other, tuned into ourselves, just connecting and sharing. We'll have about just under 20 minutes. So we'll probably have about 18 minutes, which I know is a little bit shorter than normal in breakouts, but just give each other enough time to share. Just introduce yourself, where you're coming from, and how you're restoring balance in your life. And it's really just wonderful to connect with each other, with our voices, making sure that every voice is heard, and remembering that we don't know what each other had for breakfast, let alone the rest of our life experience. So really just holding each other generously, holding each other with this listening as a gift. So enjoy your time together, and we'll be back here in just under 20 minutes.